Hey guys, Drifter here. I've got a very aggressive shotgun gameplay for you on the new map Rush. I'm going to rush, no pun intended, all the way across to the other side of the map, destroy the other team with my shotgun, then I'm going to pick up a longer ranged light machine gun as my backup weapon so that I can do work on them, and continue to massacre the other team until I get a swarm, and after I call in the swarm, I'm going to be aggressive again. Somewhere just before the swarm, right in between that orbital VSAT and the swarm, I'm going to have to swap over to a more conservative gameplay with that same light machine gun you see right there, just to make sure that I stay alive and I don't goof this up. For once, the commentary today is actually going to be about the gameplay. I'm going to try to teach you how to do this, give you my tips, tricks, inside my mind, exactly what I'm doing here. I don't normally go for this sort of high-scoring gameplay, but when I do, it works out pretty well. Also, just thought you should know that I am live streaming on Twitch right now as of starting this video. I was feeling a bit squirrely today, had some extra free time, and it's the 4th of July, so I decided to do what I'll probably call a freedom stream or America stream, or I don't know, I'm just streaming some Vengeance on Black Ops 2. I don't know if it'll be an open lobby or not, but you can all just come have fun and watch if you're interested in that. Anyway, the class that I used in the beginning was I was using lightweight toughness, even though I know I don't really need toughness with the shotgun, but I will need it with my secondary weapon that I pick up, which I got lucky on this light machine gun. I am running dexterity so that I can recover quicker, and extreme conditioning, which is very, very important. It gives me about an extra, or actually I think it just doubles my sprint distance, but that guy should have killed me, and that guy also should have killed me. Man, they are just not bright today. And I swapped out my knife. The knife gives me an extra 50% sprint distance, so I'm getting like 300% or 3 times normal sprinting range with all that sort of stuff, and it allows me to get to their spawn extremely quickly. Also, pro tip, when in doubt, hip fire. Just don't worry about aiming down sights, just hip fire. The orbital VSAT's also your key to getting higher score streaks, because once you have that, you really should not be able to be killed unless they just spawn all around you. Again, didn't even notice me. That guy should have been very, very dead. But the trick with this is if you're playing a class with lightweight and extreme conditioning, you're going to want to run a close range weapon unless you're running objectives like the shotgun, and you want to rush and stay very, very close to the enemy. You can't stay so close that you can touch them, but you want to stay just around the corner, just inside the safe zone, kind of like this. They're all spawning. I think I'm going to use the light machine gun here and hose a couple of them in the back. You want to stay just out of the danger zone so that you can put yourself into and out of the danger zone really, really quickly, and you want to push them. You want to keep the other team constantly uncomfortable, constantly just barely able to get an objective, constantly thinking that they're not being utterly destroyed, but they have a chance to come back and fight. My teammates aren't really doing that. I'm playing with Trademark and Neon Gorilla and some other folks. They're smashing them pretty hard. But the goal is you don't want to over-push them. You don't want to over-push them mentally or in the game-wise. If you over-push them mentally, they're going to get mad and they're going to rage quit. They're going to bounce out of the game. That's if you're doing quick scopes, if you're doing tomahawks, if you're just trying to utterly embarrass these people, if you troll them, if you mess with them. If they get killed by stuff that's reasonable like that, okay, point blank with a shotgun, I probably should not have run up that way. They're going to blame themselves instead of blaming you. Now, if you start doing really cheap stuff or get hyper aggressive, they're going to start blaming you. It's lag switching, it's cheating, something like that. That's when they're going to rage quit and you're going to lose out on a good gameplay. There I'm dead. I still have the swarm. I died there mostly because I was overextending with my shotgun, and I'm on my shotgun light machine gun. I wasn't paying attention to what's going on behind me. And as far as the game goes, you also don't want to overpush their spawns. You'll really, really screw up a small map like this one with the spawns, because this map is all about spawn control. I generally don't like small maps like this, even though I know I'm doing really good here, and you're like, you don't like it? Oh, here's the other thing. Once I put away the light machine gun, I start weapon scavenging a little bit more, just to kind of show that I can do it. That's one of the things I do, is that since I do in depth, I like to pretend that I can use every gun in every situation when that's not necessarily true. And you'll see that for the rest of the game, pretty much every time I put away the shotgun and get a new weapon, I'm going to die. Something bad is going to happen. But back to the small maps. I don't like these kind of small maps. I don't like Nuketown. I don't like Hijacked. Hijacked is a little better than Nuketown, but honestly not much. Nuketown, I think I'm just frustrated with Nuketown because I've had it since Black Ops 1. They are maps where it's all about spawn control. I like bigger maps like Hove, or like, no, it's not Hydro, Downhill, some of those sort of maps. I like maps where it's all about controlling lines of sight and where I can properly use my assault rifles at the range that they're meant to be used. But I'm much more of I like to pretend to be a real soldier. When I play small maps like this, I feel like I'm playing an arcade game. When I play bigger maps, I feel like I'm playing a sort of arcadey soldier simulator, which is more fun for me. And I don't know, sightline control is always much more natural than this chaotic, crazy spawn control like that. And so that guy knows I've been using the shotgun, he's going to use his shotgun, and it's going to turn into who notices the other person first, and not so much anything else. It's not going to be about positioning because there's so many flank routes in this map. It's all kind of random unless you've got a UAV or something. I can't sound whore. My ears are too sensitive. I turn the volume up that high and it just blows my mind out. So it's not my ideal map, but I can work on it. You can see that I've put away the shotgun and got a new gun. I'll probably die in a minute or two just playing with that gun or maybe some other gun. One of the other things about this map that drives me bonkers is that you can shoot through the concrete, you can shoot through the plywood, you can shoot through the metal, but these things, these inflatable paintball arena bubbles, you can't shoot through those. They're like a millimeter or two of Teflon and my bullets won't go through them. What? It's crazy. It just drives me absolutely bonkers to see stuff like that. But when you're playing like this, what you have to do is you have to think like your enemy. This is pub stomping. Pros is a little bit different. You have to think kind of differently, but you have to pretend that you're them. You have to pretend that you're getting triple capped and that you're getting spawned, and you have to try and choose the most logical path to take. You have to say, if I was in this situation, what would I do? And if they do something different than what you would do, if they do something dumber or smarter, you need to remember it. You try to remember what person too. Sometimes you can tell where they are by the kill indicators when they're killing your teammates. I should have died there. Look at that dumb lock. I managed to fall down and shoot him, but you're trying to build a psychological profile of the enemies, either like yourself or very unlike yourself, so that when they spawn, when they're pushed, when they're in a situation, you're going to have a feel for if they're going to play conservatively, if they're going to play defensively, if they're going to play aggressively. You get a feel for what they're going to do, and once you can predict their movement and get a feel for them even without the radar or beyond the VSAT, then you've more or less got this other team utterly defeated. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. I hope that I see you on Twitch today, and I don't hope that I see more shotguns on this particular map, but I have a feeling that I'm going to, because the shotgun is definitely the weapon for this map. Every time I play this map, I'm going to be using the shotgun. Drifter out.